hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. Mike and T-Roy are here. Hello, T.
Hey, buddy.
How are you, pal?
Pretty good.
God, you lying son of a bitch. You're a train wreck.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You've had a couple rough months.
It's been a stretch.
You know what I mean? It's usually me that's always like fucked up somehow, and you know, and you've had quite a run.
Yeah.
But you're here.
I'm here.
Yeah,
exactly.
No complaining.
No, not at all.
You're not much of a complainer.
I'm delightful.
Are you?
I am.
I think you're full of shit.
What? I'd like to take a poll on that. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
I'm delightful.
Good. Yeah, you seem like you're in a decent mood for someone who's
Good enough.
fucked up as you are.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's hump day.
It's the adult in you. You know?
Mike.
Yes.
You know what day it is?
It's hump day.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Are you going to hump anything?
It's early.
It's early. Yeah. All right. Lot going on in the world. We'll get to all that. You know, we never mentioned over the weekend we went and saw Paul Aaliyah.
We did. That's right. Yeah. Shot his special.
We were not here on Monday again because T-Roy was sick. Had nothing to do with me. So all you people speculating that the Niners lost, like get the fuck out of here. No, I was here the day after the Niners lost the Super Bowl a few years ago.
Right?
Okay, no. I don't.
That would have been worthy of a day off.
Yeah, I was happy. They made it to the final game of the season. I was like, hey, I'm glad my team's here. It was great.
Sure.
Sucked they lost. They shouldn't have lost, but they did.
It's a fun ride, isn't it?
Yeah. And when your teams are good, you know what? The Lions are going to lose a game.
Yeah.
The Niners are going to lose a game.
Sure.
Like no team is going undefeated.
It's the last one you got to worry about.
Exactly. If you win the last game of the season,
Yep.
you're it. So, you know, I don't sweat that stuff like people think I do. I'm thrilled that both of my favorite teams all time, the Lions and my Niners, are great. They're great football teams.
Yeah.
They really are. And watching, you know, because I do my Good Morning Football. I'll do a little first take. Sometimes I go to YouTube and I'll just see, what's going on? Is there any injuries I'm not aware of or any, you know, and the nation is starting to take notice.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot of people saying this Lions team is the best team in football. Yeah. Not the best team in the NFC. Not the best team in the Central.
Stephen A. had him at number one, and that just rubs me the wrong way.
Yeah, Stephen's a dipshit. Yeah. But no, Kyle Brandt today, they're the best team in football.
God bless.
The best team in football. I actually texted that clip.
Yeah, wait till they win a game.
Yeah.
The playoff game.
I texted it to Henson, and I got to say, he finally was like, yeah, they're good. I mean, you know, wake me up when they win a playoff game. And I was like, they will win a playoff game.
Yeah,
relax.
hopefully.
I'm like, holy shit, Greg Henson said something sort of positive about the Lions. Like at some point, you're just being a dick, right?
Yes.
Like if you can't enjoy this while you're watching it, barring injuries, which goes without saying,
Of course.
this Lions team, there's no reason. No, and how exciting is that to say after 6 weeks of football?
Yeah.
To go, this team could literally go anywhere. Sky's the limit. They're playing great defense, great special teams, great offense. They don't look like they have a weak spot. Injuries have popped up to key positions. They still pound people. Like it's amazing to watch.
Yeah.
It's so fun.
CJ's coming back.
What's that?
Gardner Johnson's coming back.
Okay,
this
good.
week. Yep.
Very good.
Yeah. Getting healthy.
I think what's his name's going to be out a couple weeks, but it sounds like Jameer is back. Or
Yes.
is going to be back. But that sucks without Montgomery for a week or two.
Injuries are going to happen. I would rather them be minor injuries and happen early in the season.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yep.
Very rarely does a team go injury-free or players go and don't miss a single game throughout the whole season,
Never
especially at a
happens.
running back or those type of positions.
Yeah.
Receivers are a little different. They don't take the beating.
What's the story with Branch? I haven't heard. You know, he had that ankle, but then he came back in that game, and we haven't seen him since. You know, he was looking. All arrows were pointing to like he could potentially be rookie of the year.
Yeah, definitely right.
He was playing that good. I thought he was the steal of the draft when they got him.
Yep.
And absolutely love his game. But yeah, it's just exciting.
And this team is
exciting.
It's really exciting because what they're doing right now, they're an extremely young team. I mean, the rookies this year are contributing. The second-year guys are really contributing.
Yeah.
And even everybody on the back end, St. Brown. I mean, they're a young team.
Yeah.
You know, so the sky's the limit. I mean, this could be the start of something. Hopefully, pretty big.
Yeah,
we'll see if Ben Johnson sticks around now. If something really happens,
probably not.
Yeah,
and we see how much that hurts teams. Dak Prescott does not look the same without Kellen Moore there.
Right.
Calling the offense. They're saying that about Jalen Hurts had 6 picks all of last year. Offensive coordinator leaves, quarterback guy leaves, and he's got 7 picks through 6 weeks, and that team does not look the same. It's a big deal to lose some of these coordinators.
It is. It certainly is. Yeah.
It's kind of remarkable because the Niners get cleaned out every year. Philly just ran into it last year, and it's hard to lose your defensive guy, your offensive guy, like 3 years in a row. I mean, Mike McDaniel goes to the Dolphins, Robert Saleh goes to the Jets. They're bringing in more and more guys, and it's like they're sustaining somehow. That's the next test for the Lions because they're going to get cherry picked too.
Yeah, you got to be able to put the team together on the field, but you also got to put the team together on the staff.
Yeah,
because you've got to have
Aaron Glenn's going to go.
You got to have depth.
Yeah,
on the staff as well as on the team.
Yeah, and you're going to lose Aaron Glenn. You're going to, as D coordinator, you're going to lose Ben Johnson for sure. He's going to be another one of those really young, whiz bang, great young offensive minds in this league, which are dominating this league now.
Definitely right.
When you look around, these young guys
Mike McDaniel.
Yeah, Mike McDaniel's a
Perfect
good example. Kyle was a good example. His tree is crazy. Sean McVay. Like even the kid they had or the guy they had in Arizona, they blew him out. But a lot of those guys, and there's more of them. The guy in San Diego.
Yeah.
So
it's a young man's game these days.
For sure.
It's amazing how young these head coaches are when for decades it's an old man's game.
Oh, yeah. You wanted a guy that was 70.
Yeah, right?
Been
grizzled.
There. Yeah, exactly. Now it's like 35 and it's crazy.
Yeah.
It is. And it's not just football. It's happening. I know in hockey, like, our buddy Mike Vellucci should absolutely be a head coach in the NHL.
Yeah, it's coming.
The knock on him is he's in his 50s now.
Oh,
and
too
so
old.
It's like,
he missed his fucking opportunity.
Yeah, for real. And, I was talking to G about it, who's the big hockey guy in the family. And he's like, I think he's too old. I'm like, what?
Yeah,
he's a fucking brilliant hockey mind. I mean, what is he, assistant coach for the Penguins now?
Yeah, Penguins, yeah.
And, but yeah,
we'll
he's I don't know. Yeah, we'll see. But anyway, I started that mentioning Paul Elia. We went and saw him Saturday night. What a cool venue, man. Detroit House of Comedy.
Yeah, it's the old Second City.
Yeah.
In the back of Hockeytown.
And Hockeytown, I haven't been to Hockeytown Cafe in what seems like forever, since the wings were hot in 08.
Yeah.
And
I've been down there 1,000 times, and I have not gone into Hockeytown.
It's a cool little spot.
It is a nice
It really is. And that place for comedy, very cool. The way it's set up
nice
with
setup, the tiered seating and kind of the half round.
So cool.
Yeah.
And Paul
I'd been
was
there
great.
Probably 20 years ago when it was Second City.
Yeah.
And I haven't been back since.
No, me either. I don't even know if I must have been there at some point.
Yeah. Maybe not.
Yeah. But yeah, it was a really cool setup. Paul was great.
Detroit player.
Yeah, Detroit player. They had a 8-camera shoot going on. I mean, they really did it up. So when that comes out, we'll let you know. And,
yeah. Hopefully we'll get him back on. Talk about it.
For sure. For sure we will. We talked to him afterwards and met his brother Sam and basically all of the Middle East.
Oh, boy.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I don't think there was a party store open.
No.
On Saturday night because they were all at the show.
Yeah. I met his other brother, too, who's quite funny. Was it Paul? Or no, Paul and was it Pete? Pete Elia? And I was like, you've got to be Paul's brother. It looks just like him.
Yeah.
And he's like, I am actually. I'm his brother. And he said, how did he word it? He said something like, yeah, I've got a something and a better hairline or something. I've got less body fat and a better hairline. I was like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, Paul was great. It was great seeing him. His special was great. And hopefully I'm sure some listeners got out there to see it. He had like 3 shows he did Friday and Saturday.
I hope so. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it was a full production too. They had cameras and, it's always cool to be involved in a taping and see, the kind of the magic.
Right. Yeah. Because I don't know. I assume they didn't do that in all. They might have done it for all the shows.
Maybe.
Or if they just did it at the end of the last show just to get some shots to make sure they had him.
Yeah.
But retaped him coming out, things like that.
Yeah, and we'll see how they edit it together, and if they're good, it'll be seamless.
Of course.
But yeah, it was cool, and what they want the audience to do and not do, and make sure you don't say a word. It's like just laugh uproariously, but don't say anything. Don't yell anything out.
Don't be an asshole. Don't heckle.
Yeah, don't heckle.
The guy's special. Leave him go. Save that for the comedy clubs.
So that was a lot of fun, and we thank Paul for having us out there.
Absolutely.
And,
thanks, buddy.
The after party at the Hockey Town right there it was great. We met someone. Hopefully, was it Drew?
Drew.
We got Drew as a new listener.
Our table buddy.
Yep. He showed up by himself, just a fan of comedy.
Yeah.
And they were taking people as you came in. They were like, "How many in your group?" He's like, "Just me. I'm a loser. I don't have any friends." And then we were next, and they're like, "Well, why don't we just see you as a threesome?" We're like, "All right, come on to join the table." And T's just like, "Well, you got friends now."
There you
Paul,
go. Now you got some
or
friends,
Drew.
buddy.
Yeah. So
he was cool.
Yeah, he was. He was a really nice guy and lived real close to the area, and he seemed to really enjoy it. But yeah, he was asking about our show and.
Yeah, and ironically, I didn't know anything about. I mean, that's just when a guy's just a fan of comedy.
Yeah,
he didn't know who Paul Lea was. Had never seen. I think he said he looked up a couple of clips like that day, but just was looking for something to do. Knew there was a comedy show. Didn't even know they were shooting a special. Mm-hmm. Just was like, oh, I'll go check this guy out.
Yeah, just Ubered from his apartment. Yeah, and came on down. It was great.
He was supposed to be with his wife, but she bailed. So.
Mm-hmm. So he says. She could be buried in the backyard for all we know.
Right? She's still in the trunk.
Yeah, exactly. But he was a nice guy. If he had it out with his wife and ended up doing something to her, I don't know. But, anyway, a lot going on in the world. A lot of stupid shit. A lot of our wonderful president is over in Israel.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Is it Joe Biden or is it Dark Brandon? Who went?
I don't know. Probably Biden.
Yeah.
I don't think it was Dark Brandon.
Okay.
But, maybe. Arab leaders canceled meetings with him, which is just so disrespectful. They're like, I don't know if you saw, but a hospital in Gaza got hit.
I did. I know there were some questions on where it came from. But,
well, Hamas is going to do what those groups do. When you're using humans as shields and, it's not beyond them to murder 10 people and be like, oh my God, look what they did with rockets. Israel did it, the devil,
Yeah.
So they immediately said Israel launched a rocket into Gaza, hit a hospital, and killed hundreds of people.
I mean, they have been launching rockets into Gaza. It's not like that's a far stretch.
Yeah, but I think they're kind of pinpoint with where they're going.
Yeah.
If you believe.
No. Oh, yeah. I'm just saying it's not like, oh my God, they shot a rocket. Like, yeah, there's been a lot of them coming in.
But so they immediately said that, and now the Arab world is like up in arms, and you got Jordanians and fucking Saudi Arabia and Iran. Hezbollah's starting shit on the north border, and like, dude, this is going to come unglued quick.
Yeah.
And they're like, what would be our interest in blowing up a fucking hospital in Gaza? Give me a break. It wasn't us. And they have phone calls now that they're releasing, the Israeli Defense IDF or whatever. Mm-hmm. Is that what it was? IDF?
Well, sure.
And saying, yeah, we have phone calls from the terrorists saying, oops, that was us. They've got video and they've got satellite imagery of this rocket, man-made bullshit being launched up, and then it fucking detonates and comes right back down. Boom, right at the timestamp and of the hospital being hit. So it's pretty clear that, whether they did it intentionally or not, probably not. But it was,
who knows? I wouldn't put anything
Hamas.
Past them. Those sneaky fuckers.
Yeah. It sounds like they all hate the Jews, though.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
When we talk about Nazis and, like, hating Jews and all that, it sounds like the Palestinians, like, to a man, really don't like the Jew.
No, they don't.
Why do the Arabs hate the Jews so much? What is up with that?
Kicked them out of their land, and they.
Well, it's disputable.
Debatable. Sure, there's been some settlements going on around the West Bank in the last couple of years that aren't exactly above board.
Okay.
and some criticism of those things like that.
Yeah.
But hey, we can't talk about any of that. That's okay. I'm not putting any blame up there. I'm not saying any of this is warranted. I'm just saying you ask why they hate the Jews. I was just giving you a couple examples.
Yeah, well, they've hated the Jews for a long time. You just don't usually see people like death to America. Yeah, we see that a lot, but death to the Jews. I mean, that was like a staple
Borat?
of Hitler.
Borat said that.
Yeah,
he was he was
fucking
emulating.
Jew. Yeah, yeah.
The devil.
Yeah, that's right. And when he went into that synagogue with the two Jewish ladies,
Yeah.
he was wearing the fucking wings and the hook nose.
Yeah,
and,
exactly.
yeah. Seeing the rat walk across the floor, thinking it was a Jew that had transformed.
Yeah. So I mean, it's not anything new. That's it. This is just the latest chapter.
Yeah. Well, President Soup had meetings set up with the Palestinian Authority President Mahmoud Abbas, Jordanian King Abdullah, Egyptian President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi. All of them canceled. Disinformation ran rampant, they say, on social media and newsrooms across the world after those on the political left immediately parroted claims from the Gaza Health Ministry that Israel bombed the hospital. Yeah, I never believed that. So 500, wow, I wouldn't think you'd get 500 plus deaths.
From a hospital?
Well, those rockets just look like, I think the thing like exploded in the air and then came down.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's a
I didn't
hell
see
of
any
a
video.
rocket.
Yeah.
Yeah. Following analysis by IDF's operational system, a barrage of rockets was launched towards Israel, which passed in the vicinity of the hospital when it was hit. According to information from a number of sources, Islamic Jihadist terrorist organization is responsible for the failed rocket launch that hit the hospital. An Al Jazeera broadcast documented the moment the jihad group launched a rocket which misfired and hit the hospital in Gaza, killing hundreds. So the announcement that the meetings had been canceled came right as Biden was leaving on Air Force One for his trip to Israel. He says, after hearing the news, I spoke with King Abdullah of Jordan, Prime Minister Netanyahu of Israel, and have directed my national security team to continue gathering info about what exactly happened. The United States stands unequivocally for the protection of civilian life during conflict. We mourn the patients, medical staff, and other innocents killed or wounded in this tragedy. So,
Yeah.
He, by the way, did what he usually does. When he was there, they
Fell
had him-
asleep, pooped his pants,
he did not shit his pants.
went
this
off
time.
fucking script,
No.
forgot his name.
Yeah.
What?
I think he fell asleep at one point, but no. They were like, yeah, we're getting calls that all these people are dead, and he's talking to hospital workers, nurses, staff. He immediately brings up his wife's car accident that he lost his daughter in.
Oh, yeah.
He cannot help but insert himself into the tragedy. And most people are like, would this fucking clown shut up so I can get back to the people that I lost, yesterday, not 50 years ago, like you, Joe. It's the weirdest thing. Do you think anyone talks to him about that? Like,
They might have. I just don't. They probably haven't. He doesn't remember.
Yeah. I mean, it's just it was so weird seeing him in Hawaii.
Joe, don't say that anymore. Okay, I'm sorry, I won't.
Yeah.
And immediately say it again.
Remember all the fucking houses that are torched and the lives lost in Hawaii, and he's talking about how he almost lost his cat in a kitchen fire.
Oh, yeah,
Almost lost his vet, too,
exactly.
remember?
Oh, yeah.
Almost lost his vet.
Yeah.
And you're like, dude, what are you talking about? These people are devastated. You're comparing it to a fucking small kitchen fire?
Mm-hmm. Did you hear the latest conspiracy theory that Oprah's behind the fires because she wanted all the beachfront property?
I wouldn't put it past her. Yeah.
And there's something about a laser that because of like the light of the laser, it doesn't affect it, like misses blue stuff or whatever because of the color of the wave, whatever it is.
Okay.
And so there's like all these blue houses that aren't burned and like blue cars.
Well,
that
we
are
saw that one.
fine.
It was red, wasn't it?
One. I'm not just saying,
Yeah.
but there's like these incidents like blue, like everything burned around like this blue fucking lawn chair that's not burned. And things, just weird shit. Like
Really?
that. Yeah.
How would the fire know what color it is?
I don't know.
though?
Well, once it's burning, yeah, I don't know. But maybe was it really a fire?
Oh man, I don't know what you're saying here, but
I don't know.
yeah, Oprah seems like an evil soul, so it wouldn't surprise me. I don't know. AOC is criticizing Ron
Oh, shut up.
Of course, that's all we can do.
What'd she say?
still hit it, though.
I know. Hey, listen,
right?
I was always Team AOC.
Yeah.
Just from the back.
I just wish she'd shut up. Like, what? There's got to be something. She puked so much shit out of her mouth.
Yeah.
You'd think she'd stumble into something. I'd go, that's not a bad thought. I agree with that.
No.
Like, never does it happen where I go, I got to admit, she's kind of crazy on some things, but I'm with her on this one.
Yeah, this one checks out. Sure.
No,
You
never.
can't be wrong all the time.
No, but yeah, you can.
Seems like it.
So she was talking about DeSantis's comments about not allowing Palestinian refugees from Gaza to come into the country, which is interesting because no Arab country will take any of these Palestinians. Mm-hmm. None of them. They're like, yeah, go fuck yourself. We're not taking those people. Fuck that. They're Jew-hating Nazis, and we don't want anything to do with them. We're not bringing them into Jordan. We're not bringing them into Egypt. Fuck that. And so it's like, oh, well, America will take them. Excuse me? No, America won't.
Well, just send them to Mexico and let them just walk in. Who gives a
That's
shit?
true.
What do you
That's
mean?
true. Send half to Venezuela.
Since when do we get a say in who gets to come to this country
Exactly. I don't know what Biden's going to do, but we cannot accept people from Gaza into this country as refugees, DeSantis said. I am not going to do that. If you look at how they behave, not all of them are Hamas, but they're all anti-Semitic. None of them believe in Israel's right to exist. None of the Arab states are willing to take any of them. And that those countries are the ones that should ultimately be responsible for helping Palestinian Arabs. Ocasio-Cortez went on CNN. She urged Israel not to respond strongly to the atrocities. Shut up, AOC.
Yeah, you stay out of this one.
Yeah.
Stay in your lane.
Yeah. She said the Arab nations not wanting to accept Palestinian refugees do not abdicate the United States from our historic role that we have played in the world of accepting refugees and allowing people to restart their lives here. Well, we've seen this in Europe. We've seen how this has gone. Remember when you just wanted to invite 1 million refugees from Syria and shit into your country?
Yeah.
And that didn't go so well.
No.
That was wrought with issues.
You know who's got a great immigration policy? Poland.
Yeah?
You seen it?
No. What is it? Fuck
nope.
off?
Yeah. None of them.
Giant
Yeah.
nope.
Big fat nope.
Yeah. Australia has a similar one. Like, you can go live on that island over there. It's the best we can do.
That's how they got there in the first place.
Yeah. It's like, no, you're not welcome here. So I also want to address something very specific about what Governor DeSantis said when he said all Gazans are anti-Semitic. How incredibly destructive and dangerous that rhetoric is. Okay, well
find one. I mean, let me know.
Yeah.
Because I haven't seen one yet. I haven't seen one interviewed. I haven't seen anyone that isn't like, the fuck the Jews.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you might not like the rhetoric, but is the rhetoric wrong? Mm-hmm. Because if DeSantis is wrong and you go, oh my God, overwhelmingly,
Now, do we know
love the Jews.
whether or not the Jews or the Israelis are like, fuck the Palestinians? Or do we only hear that the Palestinians fucking hate the Jews?
That whole region hates the Jew.
Yeah.
For some reason, you know.
Well, I understand.
But
I'm just saying.
Well, I gotta imagine they're kind of down on the Arabs.
Yeah, sure.
You know, I mean,
yeah.
I don't blame them.
I was curious.
I don't know.
Right.
I don't think so. I don't think they hate the Arabs. They just want peace.
Well.
They've been willing over the years to give up land. Like, okay, what do we got to do to get a little peace? And every single time they're like, yeah, go fuck yourself. No. Nope.
Okay.
Death to all of you. And it's like, okay, here we are. Here we are again. So his remarks were reckless, and no leader in the United States of America should be amplifying a message like that. Well, or you're letting people know, like, no, let's not get this confused with just normal refugees looking for a good start. These people hate Jews, and the idea of bringing them into New York City, probably not the best idea.
You know, I've been driving by the synagogue up here on the way home every day.
On 10 Mile or?
No, over here, 14 and Telly.
Okay.
Dutch
Oh, yeah.
whatever that one is. But
yeah.
Security at every entrance now.
Yeah,
Yep.
I bet.
Yep.
I think they're doing that in a lot of spots.
Although
Like New York is
there was
doing
something
that,
going on. You know, what was it? I think it's that the weight loss chick, Florine Mark, or
Yeah,
is that
she
right?
was one.
She just died, and so they were
okay.
having like her big thing around. So like there was all this added security for that too.
She's a G,
Oh,
right? Yeah.
But so they were like, I thought, okay, well maybe it's for that because they just want to limit. Maybe it was there. I don't know how that all works, but I'm like, no, it's for the war.
Yeah. By the way, DeSantis sent cargo planes filled with shit over there.
Did he?
So he's not only picking up hundreds of Floridians,
Dropping stuff off there.
Yeah, there's
hey, it's like working at a restaurant, full in, full out, buddy.
Yeah,
yeah. You got a plane going. Don't send an empty fucking plane over there.
No,
send some goods and services.
So he sent 85 pallets of supplies, expected to reach Israel in just a few hours. With the lack of leadership in Washington, he loves to do that.
Oh, yeah,
Since this fucking clown isn't doing anything,
he ain't wrong.
We're not waiting. We're not waiting. These people need help. We're stepping up to help our allies in Israel who are in need of supplies and support. Total of 85 pallets of supplies identified as critically needed by hospitals based in Israel were packed and prepared for shipping in less than 5 days. That's incredible. How long that usually takes. So they got 735 ace bandages.
Okay.
5,000 hospital gowns.
All right.
It seemed like that's not like sending blood, you know.
Yeah, I don't know how well that stuff travels, but all right.
I think they can do that.
Probably.
You know. 84 IV kits, 30,000 plus needles.
84 IV kits. That seems like a weirdly low number.
Yeah, it does. It does.
Yeah.
Maybe that's all they wanted.
Maybe that's
all we need is 84.
Maybe that's all they had on hand.
Yeah. 30,000 plus.
How many does Joe send?
0.
There we go.
Yeah. 57 ventilators, 10,000 boxes of surgical gloves.
And we have a ton of ventilators left over from COVID.
Yeah, tons of them.
Yeah,
weren't they on a ship
people?
in New York? Like a Navy ship?
Like a
30,000 of them?
ship, wasn't it? They were using
Yeah.
it as like a mock hospital.
Never used.
Yeah. Oh, we realized, that's killing people, the ventilators. Oh,
Yeah.
that's worse. Shit.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
Womp.
They sent over 1,000 plus children's toys, 300 plus sleeping bags, 1,000 plus hygiene products, 2,000 articles of clothing. Thanks to the decisive action of Governor DeSantis, the division was able to quickly coordinate with our Israeli partners, compile needed supplies, blah, blah, blah. Well, that's good.
Yeah, it is good. That is positive things.
Yeah.
And
doing what you can
Yeah.
in a position of power, that's great.
Sure. I don't like when it becomes partisan.
Yeah.
Like times like this, it doesn't matter what you are, what numbers or letters next to your name. You know,
It never should.
Let's do the collective good here. You know, I mean, if you're battling each other, fine, okay, then you can be the partisan hack. You can come down to it, but
Yeah.
you know, I don't just do the right thing without doing it to make yourself look better or make somebody else look worse. Just do the right thing because it's the right thing.
Yeah.
That's all.
I don't have a problem
And that's
with
all.
that.
And I was saying here, but just his little jabs and things like that,
Yeah.
you know.
I don't mind it. If you want to highlight the ineptitude and the, of this administration, whether it's the border, whether it's the withdrawal in Afghanistan, whether it's COVID policies and
list
lockdowns,
goes on and on.
The list goes on and on. If you want to fucking jab at that shit and go, don't forget, okay? And since this administration doesn't want to do shit about this, we're just doing it. We have a FEMA of our own, and we're gonna go.
Don't forget old Big Ronnie here when it comes to election time.
Exactly.
Team Jew.
Yeah, he's wasting it. He's wasting that good juju right now.
That Jew.
That juju. Yeah, exactly. He's wasting it because he's not going to be the presidential nominee.
No.
You know, if Trump has to run from a prison cell, he will. You know, so, but, you know, I do like a lot of the things DeSantis has done. I really do. And so keep making those good decisions and showing leadership skills.
What if Trump asked him to be a running mate?
That'd be awesome.
Do you think? I don't know that it would.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I think it'd be fine. I don't think Trump would do that.
Maybe not.
I mean, that sort of gets you in line next for the throne.
Yes, but it also puts you in the crosshairs. You're also ultimately always
tied to that
to
dude.
Trump.
Yeah.
So you'll always be. I mean, he already is kind of, but just in their.
But I don't think that's
rhetoric.
holding Pence back, for instance.
No,
I think
Pence is holding Pence back.
Right.
The hair is holding Pence back. That's a completely different story.
Yes. But
Pence is drier than a popcorn fart. Dude.
Yes.
He has no personality whatsoever.
Right. If someone removes his battery pack, the guy would just fold over on stage. I mean, there's something so creepy about Mike Pence and so weird about Mike Pence. But I don't think it has to do with the fact that he was VP to Trump.
No.
That's not the problem I have with
No,
him.
that's not the problem.
I think he was a decent VP.
Yeah, and he has the whole January 6th thing that separates him from Trump, right? Like where he dissented from Trump, and so he wasn't Team Trump at that point, so he gets a little bit of a pass on that.
You've never recovered from the fly in the hair thing, have you?
Me? No.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't think I have either. I mean, he's got Ken doll hair.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah. But
Except
I mean,
silver.
listen, anybody that's on TV like that, when you're in any kind of position, that stuff is glued the fuck down. They spray the shit out of your hair so it doesn't move.
Yeah, but his never does.
No, that's
no matter
fine.
what?
It's because you only ever seen him on TV. But my point is that you put a shit ton of hairspray in your hair, so it's like a little helmet, little Lego hair.
Yeah.
And have a fly land on it, you'll never know it. You don't feel it at all.
Yeah.
You never would.
It's like Dukakis in the tank, was it?
Was it Dukakis?
I think it was Michael Dukakis.
Well,
with his
who was
stupid helmet on.
yeah? Who was that one?
Yeah. Ed
We're going to
Grabo
Georgia. We're going to there. We're going to here. Ah!
Grabo worked on that campaign.
Did he?
And he swears that's not the reason.
Bullshit.
And I was like, bullshit. We all remember, we're going to Washington, and then we're going to Illinois and Michigan. I was like, no, dude.
And
everybody.
check, please.
Yeah. What the hell was his name? He's still out there, too.
Yeah, I'm sure. Well,
Yeah. It's what's his dick, fucking couldn't spell potato. Misspelled.
Was that Quail?
Quail.
Yeah.
Yeah. Quail was a.
Potato with an E?
Yeah. Yeah. And,
Well, it's singular. There's no S on the end. It's potatoes with an S. And with singular, there's just no S.
Yeah. It's funny what just like one little thing, and it's like that's all anyone remembers.
All it is. Yeah.
So, yeah. Pence he's too. They tried to make the perfect human robot, and they came up just a hair short.
Right.
There's just something too non-human about him. There's some
not very unrelatable.
Yeah, and you'll look back in 30 years and be like, this was the AI they had in 2020.
Right.
And it'll be Pence. You'll be like, that? People bought that as human? Holy shit. Mm-hmm. It'll be crazy, but...
We'll see.
So we've got many Arab students at Harvard. Have you seen these university kids all over the country that just have been indoctrinated? They're all just like, fuck the Jews. Fuck the Jews. They're like swastikas and shit.
Oh, no, not at all.
It's crazy.
Really?
Yes.
Not
These
at all.
Palestinian clubs flying Israeli.
Wow.
There are massive.
That's not the indoctrination I would have thought.
No, but there are massive donors that are like, yeah, we are done writing checks to you. Mm-hmm. Fuck off. You need to take a much tougher stance on this bullshit. I mean, these kids are literally chanting, kill the fucking Jews.
Yeah.
100% on Palestine's side, which tells me, again, you're just looking for cues on which side to be on. The students and the squad on this side, I want nothing to do with it. Mm-hmm. Nothing. So many Arab students at Harvard joined a letter blaming Israel for the Hamas terror attacks. Harvard's Arab Alumni Association put out a plea for donations, claiming the relentless bullying and intimidation they were subject to caused damage to their mental health. Heads
at
not
Harvard.
doing good. Yeah, at Harvard. October 7th, Hamas massacred hundreds of Israeli civilians. The Harvard Undergraduate Palestine Solidarity Committee issued a letter co-signed by 33 other student organizations at Harvard saying, we, the undersigned student organizations, hold the Israeli regime entirely responsible for the unfolding violence. Immediately, people fucking blew back on that and were like, you fucking toddlers.
Yep.
And so they look at this now. They come out and they're like waving their Palestinian flags and fuck the Jews and all that stuff. 100% Israelis' fault. Blah, blah, blah. And people shit all over them for it. So they've been subjected to relentless bullying and intimidation now because people don't agree with them. Yeah. Our ask and our plea to you all is to extend your hand to these students and provide the vital assistance they need within your capacity and scope of influence. They may require legal counsel, health care, mental health support.
Legal counsel? What are they doing?
Financial aid.
Legal counsel? What are they doing?
I don't know.
What are they up to?
I don't know.
Financial aid?
Yeah.
How are they being hurt financially in this?
I don't know. They might need a mentorship also to navigate these turbulent and uncertain times. Are these
might need a good kick in the
students?
ass.
Are these Harvard students or third graders?
Both.
Yeah.
Same thing. Emotionally.
Despite Hamas committing war crimes, entering civilian homes and murdering babies, children, women, mothers, fathers, brutalizing the victims, the students claimed in the letter, Israel, the only one to blame. Mm-hmm. Only one. Today's events did not occur in a vacuum. True. That's true.
Yeah.
The apartheid regime is the only one to blame. 31 Harvard organizations have declared that the murders, rapes, kidnappings, and other atrocities committed by Hamas against innocent people are in no way the fault of Hamas, but are rather entirely the fault of Israel. Something is deeply, deeply wrong in academia. Princeton professor Bob George pointed out, adding, as you will see, the groups include Harvard's Amnesty International affiliate and organizations associated with the undergrad college and many of the graduate and professional schools. So now they're begging all of us for money so these fucking toddlers can get mental health support, financial aid, health care. What?
No.
How about this? I looked it up.
They can ask for money. You know, also tell them to go fuck themselves.
Yeah. As of 2023, which I believe, if I'm not mistaken,
Still
is current, is right now, the Harvard endowment sits at $50.9 billion with a B dollars.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
With a B.
With a B. Not million.
Damn.
$50.9 billion. How about you peel $10 million off your $50.9 billion endowment and give them all health care? Give them legal counsel. There you go.
Yeah.
What are you bothering the rest of us for?
How about you just offer it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, here you go.
I mean, if this is so pressing, such a pressing need.
Well, who's asking for the money? Not Harvard.
Yeah.
The groups are.
Yeah. Harvard groups.
Well, the groups at Harvard. It's not
Yeah.
Harvard's fucking responsibility to give them the money. It's because these assholes are asking for it. Doesn't mean anybody's going to give it to them. Why the hell should Harvard give it to them?
Yeah. Well, what was it?
They're groups. They're 30
Harvard
groups out of, who knows, hundreds
Yeah.
on campus.
I'm not giving them shit. And if this
No.
is such a pressing issue that Harvard stands behind them, then Harvard can cut them a check with their $50.9 billion endowment. How about that? And leave us out of it completely. So,
Start a GoFundMe.
yeah.
See how that goes.
Yeah, start to go fuck yourself.
No, keep them off my platform.
Yeah. Jorn Vandersloot. Wow, what a crazy son of a bitch, Jorn Vandersloot. Do you remember Jorn Vandersloot?
No, what am I missing?
Well, he's the fucking punk down in Aruba who killed Natalie Holloway.
That's right. I knew the name, and I just couldn't put my finger on it.
Yeah. Tried to blackmail them for $250,000, the
Gotcha.
family.
Okay.
Beth Holloway, Natalie's mom. Crazy story. And then the shitbag murdered another girl. Right? So he admitted to bludgeoning Natalie Holloway finally.
Oh, it finally came out?
Yep.
Okay.
After they met at a bar in Aruba while she was on a high school trip. Yeah.
I mean, two things could be true at the same time.
A judge revealed, her body's never going to be found. Confession came as part of a plea deal in which Vandersloot pled guilty to trying to extort $250,000 from her family in exchange for information about her death. On Wednesday, he was sentenced to 20 years in federal prison by U.S. District Judge Anna Manasco in Birmingham, Alabama. Sentence will run concurrently with his 28-year sentence for the murder of Stephanie Flores in Peru, where he will serve out his time.
I was going to say, what's Alabama?
There's some sort of extradition deal.
Because that's where she's from?
With Peru, yes.
Okay.
So that they were able to bring him here for trial, and then he goes back to Peru, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, something like that.
But, I mean, why? But if the crime happened there, right?
Yeah.
Then why the fuck would the trial happen here? It doesn't make any sense.
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
I understand we have extradition, but that's just so that if they're hiding there for a crime here, we can get them back.
Right.
But not.
But I don't know that they
here.
extradite people to America. It's just in these like specific things.
Who? You're talking about
Peru.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
some countries do, some countries don't. But I don't understand why there was a trial here for a crime that happened in Peru. Makes no sense.
Or happened in Aruba.
Aruba. Well, Holloway was Aruba.
Yeah.
But
That's what he's being tried for in Alabama.
Oh, that's the one in Alabama.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's already in prison.
Is that
for the Peru killing?
Is that any sort of a civil deal, or is that a criminal trial?
Criminal. He got 20 years.
For Holloway.
That's gonna run concurrently to the 28 he's currently serving for.
I was confused
for
on some of the
Stephanie
deeds
Flores.
there.
Yeah.
Okay.
As part of his plea agreement, Vandersloot agreed to tell detectives everything he knows about Natalie's disappearance, and her parents were allowed to hear in real time his confession. He took a polygraph and passed it. Holloway's mother, Beth, told the court that Vandersloot murdered her daughter when she refused his sexual advances and then went home and watched porn.
Okay.
Dude, look, Jorn Vandersloot is a very good-looking kid.
Yeah.
Like, in shape, good-looking. There's no way that kid... Dude, you're in Aruba during spring break. Like, you live there. He should be just, like, pulling whatever he wants out of any bar around there. Like, those kids are going there to put out. Mm-hmm. He's a local.
Yeah.
This one fucking chick won't put out, and you got to kill her?
There's always one, dude.
Wow.
There's one that gets in your head.
He's just a fucking sociopath. Like,
obviously.
It's
You're murdering
weird.
bitches. You're a psycho.
Yeah. And his dad, I think his dad was like a judge in Aruba.
Oh, I remember that.
Went to bat for him and all this
that's why
stuff.
he was cleared or got out of it originally.
Yeah.
So what changed that he was charged now in Alabama?
Yeah, I don't know. Unless it's just been going through the process for years.
Years. It's been over 10 years, hasn't it?
Oh, yeah. It was 2005.
Jesus, yeah.
Yeah. So you didn't get what you wanted from Natalie, your sexual satisfaction. So you brutally killed her. I paid my daughter's...
No.
Sexual satisfaction. I paid my daughter's killer money. That's shocking. I don't think anyone can really wrap their mind around what that means. I have no doubt she would have made all of her dreams come true. She really would have. Yeah.
She lit up a room.
Yeah, of course. By the way,
she was a good-looking girl.
And then the mom says, by the way, you look like hell, Joran. I do not see how you're going to make it. You're a killer, and I want you to remember that every time that jail door slams. Vandersloot did address the court before sentencing and apologize to the family. I would like to take this chance to apologize to the Holloway family, to apologize to my own family, to say that I hope the statement I provided brings some kind of closure to everyone involved. I'm no longer that person I was back then. Bullshit. No.
I don't know.
Nope.
I mean, you're still not like...
Nope.
Maybe you found God.
I don't care. I mean, you murdered two chicks for seemingly no reason.
Yeah?
Yeah. I don't think you just be like, oh, well, I grew up. I'm not that dude anymore. Nah, I think you are.
Push comes to shove, I think you could still kill again.
Yeah. So he was extradited to Birmingham, Alabama in June from Peru, where he was serving this 28-year sentence after confessing to killing Stephanie Flores in 2010. Beth and her son, Matt Holloway, spoke to the press outside the courthouse after the hearing, saying that Vandersloot said he acted alone. In emails seen by the messenger and sent by Vandersloot to Holloway family lawyer Kelly in 2010, the killer wrote, I want this monkey off my back just as much as I know Natalie's parents want to bring her home. If you have someone come meet me in Aruba, I will do the right thing. This situation hurts everyone involved and will continue to do so until it's over. I will take you to Natalie, but I do not want it to be known the information came from me. In return, I want to receive $250,000. If you're interested, I will give you more details and we can arrange it. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
The fuck is going on here? Following the emails in 2010, Vandersloot said Holloway was buried in the gravel under the foundation of a house. Later admitted, yeah, that was bullshit. Okay. The killer's attorney in Peru.
Knock down a house.
What's that?
Be funny to watch him knock down a house.
Yeah, knocked down a bunch of houses. Oh, might have been next door.
Oh yeah, you know what? They were all going up at the same time. I can't remember exactly which
one of these houses on the block. Just knock them all down.
Right. Just come in and just blowing shit out.
His attorney in Peru, Maximo Altez, said that Vandersloot planned on making the extraordinary accusation that it was actually Natalie's mom, Beth, who approached Jorn Vandersloot offering money if he took her to her daughter's body. So even then, it's filled with shenanigans. Mm-hmm. He explained that his client is a sick person and a compulsive gambler who needed the money to play at the casino in 2010. Same year he was indicted in the U.S. for extortion, Vandersloot was arrested in Peru for the murder of 21-year-old Stephanie Flores, business student from a prominent family who was killed 5 years to the day after Holloway's disappearance.
Oh, anniversary style.
So he's gambling at this casino. He's losing his ass and decides he's going to rob her after learning she had won money at the casino where the two met. And then he beat the shit out of her and killed her, beating her, strangling her in her hotel room.
Huh.
Yeah. They're all on camera.
Then went and watched porn.
Yeah, I don't know if he watched porn that time, but
I bet he did.
maybe.
Or he just went straight back to the casino. Lost
Yeah.
it again.
Yeah, but dude, don't
Wait,
kill
all on
someone at a
camera?
casino. Yeah, the hallways and shit, the floor of the casino. What are you doing leaving a room?
Yeah.
I saw you go into a room. Now you're leaving a room.
She was
And-
alive when I left.
I don't know.
Well, nobody else went in there.
Yeah,
She was stabbed 72 times. That's a little hard to explain.
exactly.
Right?
It's
It was hard to explain the semen from a suicide.
yeah.
It just doesn't check out.
No, but yeah, what a crazy story, man.
Well, doesn't sound like he'll be killing any chicks anytime soon.
Not anytime soon, but shit, if he's been in there since 2010 and he got 28 years.
And the 20 years is concurrent?
Yeah.
Is that what you said? So he
Yeah.
doesn't put any extra time onto that?
No.
How is that possible? Who would agree to that?
Yeah, I know. Unless it was just like, hey, we'll give you this agreement, but you finally have to rid this family of the weight that they've been carrying around,
would you?
desperately wondering.
Why would you?
What?
Why would you fucking admit to it ever? I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't know.
You know what I mean? If it was going to get you something, I mean, they obviously didn't have proof.
Well, they've never found the body.
Right. No body, no crime. They
Yeah.
obviously didn't have proof or
Yeah.
he'd already been convicted. Right? This is 20 years later almost.
Well, they could have told him, hey, look, dickhead, you're going to be 50 by the time you get out of this jail in Peru.
Yeah.
And
Sounds like
when
a pretty
you
good deal
do,
for killing a couple bitches.
when you do, you are immediately going to be extradited to the U.S. and you're going to be put on charge, and they're going to follow through with this Natalie Holloway thing.
No body, no crime.
Or you can come clean right now, tell the family what happened, give them detail. We're going to make you take a polygraph, blah, blah, blah. And then the clock starts ticking on that 20 years and no one can prosecute you in the future. For him, you go, yeah, I'd rather be done with this. Let that 20 years expire while I'm serving this other 28. Fuck it.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how that played out, but it
it's
seems
gotta
like
be-
the family then
Well, the
gets
20
some closure.
Oh, wait. It's been more than 8 years, right? It was 5 years to the day that he killed the other chick.
Yeah, in 2010.
Right. So, but then,
So he's been in jail since then. That happened, and he was immediately caught.
right.
So that would have started the
So
clock
he's
in
13.
2010.
So he's 13 years in, which means he would have 15 years left.
Right.
So if he's getting 20 years, is there 5 years on the back end of this 15?
I don't know how that works.
Me either, obviously.
Yeah.
But I can do math.
Yeah.
I know it doesn't fucking add up.
Stinking math.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
All right.
But it seems crazy that
Either
this
way.
dude's going to be out.
I
at
hope
a
that piece of
fairly
shit
young
never
age.
gets out of prison.
Well, he will. You know.
Well, we'll see.
Although Beth says he looks like shit.
Oh, well, there you go. He's got to sit with that for the next 20 years.
Yeah. Right.
I look like shit.
Yeah. Beth Holloway said I look like shit.
Yeah. Good luck pulling 20-year-old box when you're 50 getting out of prison.
Yeah. I know it's
dickhead.
not so easy.
No.
It is not
Yeah.
easy.
Yeah, you're going to be banging Beth's and not Natalie's, pal.
Yeah. Yeah. The Natalie days are done. You're on to the Beth Holloways now. President Trump.
Who?
Yeah, remember that guy?
Yeah.
He is suing Christopher Steele.
Oh, of said dossier?
Slow down. Yeah, over the Steele dossier.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, but that could be a brilliant move for Discovery. It's not about the suing. It's about getting it in court and getting into Discovery.
Yeah.
And starting to
But
get
we already
into-
know what happened.
Well, but we know, but we don't know. I mean,
I think we're pretty clear on it.
We'll get emails. We'll get all the
We've already
traffic.
gotten that stuff.
Do you already?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what the
yeah.
fuck do I know then?
No, but I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
But I can't think of anything that was more damaging to the start of a presidency than that Steele dossier.
Yeah.
It was bullshit from the start.
Right.
They knew it was bullshit from the start. The DNC and Hillary paid for it.
Yeah.
Obama knew about it. They all knew.
And half the country still doesn't think it's bullshit.
Yeah. They're still trying to cling to it. Just little parts of it. Like, well, we don't know that all of it wasn't true. And it's like, yeah, it was. All of it was horseshit. Sorry, Bill Maher. You can say what you want. You can believe what you want, but it was all bullshit. And the Durham report noted that. And so did Robert Mueller's report. But, guys on your team have said, nah, this is bullshit. Mm-hmm. But, I'd like some punishment to be vetted out. That fucking paralyzed the country for 7 years.
Yeah.
It's still a real problem. And there are still people that are just like, la, 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 la. No, he pissed on prostitutes in Russia and colluded with Putin. Mm-hmm. Some clowns still believe that. Stupid ones.
Yeah.
But they do. And there's no amount of talking to them that will clear that up. I don't know how you do this, but he filed a lawsuit in London, says that Orbis Business Intelligence, a consultant group founded by Steele,
interesting,
violated British data protection laws. Trump said not one of the allegations contained in the Steele reporting was ever corroborated. Funds from Hillary's 2016 campaign and the DNC went towards the Steele dossier. Dossier had numerous false, phony, made-up allegations, including wild claims of sex parties in St. Petersburg and that Russia did not have sufficient material to blackmail him. The only way that I can fully demonstrate the total inaccuracies of the personal data in the dossier is to bring these proceedings and to prove by evidence at trial that the data are false. So it is sort of what you're saying. Like, once and for all, let's get all this on the record.
Let's get this onto the table. Let's put it on the record. Exactly right. And then now, hopefully, with timing before the election, be like, okay, look, you guys all hated me because of all this shit.
Yeah.
Your fucking team made up these lies about me.
Yeah. And there's been no accountability.
Zero.
The FBI lied 17 times, I believe it was, for those FISA warrants. Incredible shit. Nobody held accountable.
Nope.
Nobody. The dossier claimed to establish a well-developed conspiracy of cooperation between Trump's campaign and Russia, an allegation that was not backed up by Mueller's investigation. Trump's lawyer, Hugh Tomlinson, said the former president suffered personal and reputational damage and distress because of the dossier, which contains shocking and scandalous claims. Anthony White, lawyer for Orbis, said that the case should be thrown out because too much time's passed. And BuzzFeed News was not supposed to publish the dossier.
Oh, statute of limitations excuse, huh?
Yeah. Not because, no, this is all true.
No, because it's been too long.
It's been
Who cares? Let's just let it
go.
Tell that to Beth Holloway.
Yeah, right? Yeah, it's what you need, woman scorned. Trump previously tried to sue former top FBI officials and Clinton over the dossier, but the lawsuit was rejected by a federal judge. They should have been able to sue the shit out of them. I mean, they held the country hostage, knowing all along this was nonsense. Absolute nonsense. I knew the very first time I read it, it was nonsense. Total nonsense.
Never read it.
Yeah, it's comical how stupid it is. And then, according to the special counsel Bob Durham, the FBI had offered to pay Steele up to $1 million. Please, can you prove any of this? Please, we'll give you $1 million. Like,
right?
What are we doing here?
Anything, please.
Yeah, and they
couldn't. Something.
They couldn't at all. They paid Steele's primary subsource hundreds of thousands of dollars, even after the source was unable to provide evidence for any of his claims. I don't know why this didn't happen years ago. But
it's timing. Well, I don't know. Because it probably years ago, I mean, I don't know how much of a difference it's going to make now.
Yeah.
Anyway, but 3 years ago, no matter what it came out, wouldn't have made any difference whatsoever. You know what I mean? He could have been found 100% innocent of everything, and it wouldn't have made any difference to anybody. No.
Probably, some people.
Yeah, but the people that already believed him, it doesn't matter. But the people that...
There's a slice of independence, though, that can critically look at something and go, wow, that are going to have a real problem with some of this stuff.
I think they were still a little too close to the flame at
Maybe.
that point. That now I think some time's passed.
But that wouldn't have changed the outcome, though.
No.
Had you gone in 3 years ago and said, hey, look, you can believe whatever you want, liberal fucking media.
Yeah.
Here's the facts. Here's the reality.
Well, you say
here's
change the
lawsuit.
outcome. I don't mean to change the judgment. I mean change the outcome. Change the repercussions of it. Change what happens because of the judgment.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But if you found out that Hillary, if the names came out instead of just certain media outlets, getting all this information, and some of the reporting was next level, man. I got to tell you, I can't stand Sean Hannity at all. Right? He is a douche of the highest order. But the team that he had assembled that was breaking this case down every day for years, they were incredible. There was a guy and a girl, I can't remember their names, but they went to the ends of the earth to really get a hold of this story. And their reporting was spot on.
Yeah.
It just was. Now, the most liberal of people I know will just dismiss it on its face.
Sure.
But everything, literally.
Oh, Hannity said it didn't matter.
Yeah.
It wasn't true.
And I wasn't
Okay.
listening to Hannity. No. But the people that were doing the reporting, if anything came out like there was fishiness or there was bullshit regarding what they were reporting, I would be aware of that, and I would say, yeah, that's bullshit. You wanted something to be true so bad, you were willing to bullshit but no, it wasn't. Mm-hmm. And every single thing that they said was happening is what was happening. And it's incredible journalism. You just don't see it anymore.
No. And if this did happen 2 years ago, 3 years ago, whatever, it probably would just be gone by now. I mean,
it would get no coverage from mainstream media. But if you got that on the record, it was bullshit, that Hillary knew it, Obama knew it,
but it would just
the
be
FBI
old
knew
news
it
by now. By the time this election cycle comes around, it will feel irrelevant.
Yeah,
it will just be a byline in history.
Yeah.
Whereas now, it can be fresh on the minds of people.
Yeah, true.
When you're talking about timing, when you say why now or why didn't you do this a long time ago?
Well, it just seems weird when you've been wronged or and it sounds like he tried to sue the FBI officials and not Carter Page, but who was the other clown? Carter Page, I think, was on Trump's team. He was spied on, but the dude that was having an affair with the
the spy, the Russian chick.
No. The FBI officials.
Oh,
they were like, we got to see all their correspondence from their government phones, where it was like, what are we going to do if Trump wins?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, he won't win. We'll make sure of it, or something like that. We've got a backup plan to make sure of that. Those two clowns, and I think they're was that Lisa something? I can't remember their names. I mean, it just.
Exactly my point.
Yeah.
A byline in history.
Yeah. Well, if it doesn't get covered and they don't make a movie about it and they don't make a documentary about it, it just, it is what it is. If the mainstream media is not going to do their job and play it down the middle and report what's going on, half this country has no idea what the Biden family's all about.
Right.
They have no idea.
No.
None.
And they could be told and wouldn't believe it.
Right. Exactly.
You want to see Hunter's dick?
This is exactly what Yuri Bezmenov told us from years ago.
Yeah.
You can present them with all the facts in the world,
Won't matter.
and it won't matter. They won't believe it. It's part of the programming and all the shit. And we're seeing it playing out in
Takes
real
one
time.
generation.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Here we are.
Former Florida high school teacher has died.
Oh no!
Yeah, he ate some lead.
Like from a gun?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
He had some fun before he did it, though.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Did he eat his own lead, or
did
somebody force him to eat some lead?
No, he ate it himself.
Okay.
Yeah, Chuck Maglio is 54, probably on his way out anyways. Little math teacher at Wellington Community High School. Also taught at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, Marjorie Douglas, that's where we got dipshit, right?
Oh, what the fuck is his name?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. That turd.
Yeah, what the hell?
He's got that stupid name.
Yeah, like a little one word, or like 4 letter.
Yeah, 4 letter.
Hog.
David Hogg.
The hog.
Good call, T.
All right.
H-O-G-G. Yeah, who was just trying to get pussy. That's all he wanted in life. That's all he wanted was to get a little vagine. He was messing.
How's that working out for you, buddy?
Yeah. So yeah, he was also at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High. He'd been caught, professing his love to this girl in a call monitored by cops, telling her he could not wait for her to turn 18.
Yeah, boy.
He meant that when he said it, because he started banging her when she was 16. So he literally couldn't wait till she was 18.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, right.
Yeah. 54? I mean, do you give him any credit for being able to
That depends on if she looks good or not.
Well, I'm assuming.
Now, listen, dude. I mean, a 16-year-old pig is not anything to fucking
write home about? I agree.
hang on your wall. No.
Maybe that's why he killed himself.
Maybe, right?
God,
oh, my God. The
whole
pictures
world's
are out.
Yeah. I can't take this. The whole world's going to see what she looks like. So he was found dead of a self-inflicted gunshot wound in woods near his home.
Coward!
In Coral Springs. Well, he's pushed into a corner. What are you going to do? You know. So a firearm was found by his side, and a note was located in his room, officials said, without elaborating on what he wrote, which I think is bullshit.
It is for sure.
If he leaves a note, we should be able to see what it says, right?
Yeah, how do you get to read the note, but we don't get to know?
Yeah, that's bullshit. I hate that.
That is, yeah.
I hate that when they act like,
Censorship,
oh, no,
really.
it's just for us. Mm-hmm. No, what? Did he write on there, please don't show anyone?
Yeah.
He wrote a note. Let us know what the note said. I just don't understand this.
Isn't that the opposite of what you normally think with people's manifestos and stuff, that you don't want them publicized?
Yeah, right?
Okay.
We usually get the manifestos, unless it's the trans chick going and shooting a bunch of Catholics.
Didn't get that one, did we?
Kids. Yeah, no. We can't read that.
There was a manifesto. Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
There was? What did it say?
Yeah, none of your beeswax.
Yeah.
So we're not allowed to see that one. Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office first started investigating after this fucking nosy restaurant owner is like, man...
Why is this dude coming in here with a 16-year-old?
This Maglio, he's trying to impress the broad. She's got her first job as a 16-year-old in a restaurant.
Yeah.
He sent her flowers there.
Okay.
Yeah.
How's the owner know that it's from him?
Well, I don't know, but he called the principal and was like, Maglio over here sending flowers to this teen employee of mine. The girl contacted Maglio and gave him a heads up about a possible investigation.
Womp womp. Hey, bitch, shut your fucking mouth.
Yeah.
I mean, unless he hand-delivered these things, you're the one that told him who they came from.
Yeah, probably.
Hey, who are those from? My math teacher. Aren't they beautiful? Oh, my God.
Yeah, I could see a chick saying something like that.
I know,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Womp womp. Like, that's not okay. Oh,
You sunk the whole ship, sweetheart.
Hey. I think I might have fucked up. Just so you know, I didn't mean to.
By the way, absolutely, I love the tulips, but when people started asking who they're from, I was like, oh my God, Math Man Maglio. Sorry. Oops. Maybe there's an investigation now. And he's like, oh, fuck, where's my gun? She said, I deleted all our text messages, and I was sure he did the same. When questioned, the student said, look, I don't want him to get in trouble. I'm like in love with him. The girl began to visit Maglio in his classroom after school because she was looking for a mentor, fatherly figure. Yeah, that escalated.
Yeah, sure does.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah.
Daddy issues.
Yeah, sounds like it. They began communicating on social media and then started banging at his apartment quite frequently. She left clothes and a toothbrush at his place.
Yeah.
Oof, yeah. During a monitored phone call between Maglio between the girl and Maglio, the cops are listening in on, he professed his love, said he couldn't wait for her to turn 18, though he did not discuss specific sexual encounters with her. In September, he surrendered to authorities and self-reported the encounters to the school district. We understand these are serious allegations, but we think the only thing the state is going to be able to show is that he was more of a mentor to a young person who had a terrible home life.
What state was this?
Huh?
What state was this in?
Florida.
Of course.
Yeah. After Maglio's death was confirmed, the late teacher's family, friends, and many of his past students were saddened.
It's 18 in Florida.
Yeah.
Checking.
Yeah. This firm was going to vigorously defend the allegations against old Chuck.
Vigorously?
Yeah. Yeah, it's Don Lemon style.
Yeah.
This, sadly, nobody wins in this case, but everybody involved loses. They've now dropped the charges, though, so he goes to his grave without...
Oh, you can't charge him post-mortem?
No, they do that a lot, where they drop the charges. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I guess we'll never know if he was guilty or innocent.
Yeah. Guess we'll never know.
Guess we'll never know.
I mean, what was he facing? If he's banging a 16-year-old and is he looking at a couple years? I mean, if it's the hot teacher banging the student, rarely that's kind of just a bunch of high fives in the courtroom.
How long did What's-Her-Tits have to serve before she came out and married that idiot?
Oh, she went back because she couldn't stop sitting on that dick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, I mean, how long, the first time, how long was she?
I think it was like, you get 6 months.
Okay.
And then it was like, okay. And then she got out after a few months and then immediately got knocked up again. And they were like, all right, bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, they locked her up for quite a while after that.
I don't know. He's probably getting, I bet you he'd see 3 to 5. It's just my guess.
Yeah. How do prison inmates feel about that? Because it's not like
Yeah, it's not like a 5-year-old.
Right.
You're fucking, 16. I think you're probably all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that more fist bumps or fists to the face? I don't know.
I think you're probably okay on that.
Yeah. Unless you've got dudes in there with daughters that are like.
Yeah, but see, there's no respect for rape in there. Like raping a chick. Physical rape, right?
Yeah.
Oh, big bad man. You want to fuck a chick. All right, bend over, bitch.
Yeah.
Fuck you. Oof. Or fucking kids, right?
Yeah.
No respect for that. 16's a weird gray area. I don't know that the repercussions are quite as harsh.
Right.
Would be my guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just taking a guess.
Boy, oh boy.
Like, what are you in for? Rape? How? Of a child?
Statutory.
16?
16.
Oh, shit. That ain't right. You
got a picture?
Right? What's she look like?
Yeah.
How was it?
Yeah, it's like, goddamn, man. Don't look 16 to me.
Right?
Yeah, it's not an ideal situation. I got to imagine the shit going in your head is like, I'll never teach again.
Yep.
I'll be blackballed everywhere.
Shame.
Probably not going to get to bang this 16-year-old now. And he's 56. They don't mention if he's married with kids.
No,
I would
think
that usually goes.
That
in
would
there.
probably be in the story if he were.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's pictures of them. I mean, I just
no,
feel
they're
like
not going to show. They're not going to show pictures of a 16-year-old.
Yeah, I know, but a lot of times what happens is
if they can blur it out and we can at least see the frame, see what we're dealing with, see if we're talking Maserati or Mack truck, see what we're dealing with here.
How bad does that fuck up a kid, man? 16 years old. I feel like I know some girls personally.
Listen, I mean that's a case by case basis, man.
Yeah.
Some yes, some no.
Because they say this fucks boys up too when they bang their smoking hot 23-year-old teacher, and I think that's horse shit. Yeah. On its face, horse shit.
Yep.
No victimless crime. Absolutely. That's why they're teacher of the year candidates in my book.
Of course.
They just are. There's no victim there.
Yeah.
Now,
really going above and beyond their job description.
Absolutely. Yeah. But with girls, I think there's a whole emotional thing, feelings.
Yeah, we talked about this involved. A little bit. That I don't think it's quite the way that you have it drawn up in your head.
What do you mean?
Well, we had this discussion.
We've had it many times, I'm sure.
That you think that somehow the chicks are all victims and the guys are high fives. It's not quite the way it works.
No. I don't necessarily think that. I think society thinks that.
Well, that wasn't your take when we were arguing about it.
Well, we've argued so many times, and I am. How would you say it? I stand for nothing, so I can flip flop all over the place.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Noted.
Me and waffles, hand and foot.
Blue?
Sure. A blue waffle, all the hell, everything. Change my opinion based on the fucking weather. No big deal.
Oh,
no,
dude, sorry.
What? Go ahead.
There was something on there about like this blue fucking Captain Crunch syrup or something that they were advertising for, and it was about like, oh my God, can you believe that they're serving this garbage to our kids? And it was in some fucking like parent, whatever, Facebook thing.
Sure.
And I just put a comment in there. I was like, who doesn't love a good blue waffle?
Yeah.
And I was just wondering, like,
is anyone going to Google this?
Did I get anybody with it?
Yeah, maybe.
I didn't say Google it, but I got it in there.
What happens if you Google blue waffle nowadays?
It comes up.
Like, does it come right up? Is it like it was 10 years ago, 20 years ago?
I'm going to find out. I'm going to fucking...
Oh, boy.
Let's see. And go straight to images. Against my better judgment.
Mm-hmm.
No. Okay. They're literally blue waffles. Come up. And I got to scroll. Ooh, there's a blue waffle that... Oh, my God. That looks like a pussy. Like a waffle maker that makes a waffle with like a vagina in the middle of it.
All right. Kind of like my Texas one.
Texas
waffle, but it makes vagine waffles?
Yep.
So you could literally make blue waffles.
It does not come up. It makes reference to it when you Google it without the images. It makes reference to a...
does it say something like, you've been explicitly told not to Google this?
No.
So what are you doing?
No, it just said, no, that it's a fucking blown out fucking vag. Blue waffle is an internet hoax. Some claim that it's a sexually transmitted infection that turns into a vaginal
No. There's no
However,
hoax.
there is no such disease. No, I understand there's no hope. I mean, it's...
That was a picture of a vagine. Absolutely destroyed.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Was it a black chick's vagine?
No, it's... What does it turn... It's not... They're acting like a blue waffle is an STD. No, of course it's not an STD.
No,
we know it's not. That's the result of years of unkemptness.
Yeah. That's getting the clap and not getting it fixed for
I wonder what I gotta
20
do.
years.
What do I got to put in there? Fucking
To get the original blue waffle?
Blue waffle
It used to just be the
STD.
first thing that
Yeah, I
came
know.
up back in the early days of the internet for you kids out there.
Yep. I'll bet if I DuckDuckGo, it'd come up.
Probably.
Fucking fuck Google, man.
No, so I don't remember what stance I took in the argument last time we had it.
Yeah, well,
but I think that's what society thinks is this is at least that's what they've told us is this is super damaging to chicks.
That's what they
and when they
told you.
try to say that about boys, it's like no. I know what boys are like. I know what teenage boys are like. There's no I don't care if it's a prostitute or a fucking 50-year-old neighbor or your hot social studies teacher. You're not scarring that guy. You know what I mean? Like for the most part.
Right.
Like he's busting the seal finally. Feels like a man. I just don't see it. But I could see chicks tend to fall early, harder. Emotion and feelings are involved. And feel like if you take advantage of a guy, he's going to go, you got me. Yeah, she banged me just for the story too. Bitch. And they'll move on with their day.
Yeah.
But a chick could be devastated, and they'll write their journal, and you know what I mean.
Yeah,
so
this is the same rabbit hole we went down last time.
yeah.
So guys aren't, but girls are.
Yeah. Well, that's what society would have you believe. I don't know. I know some girls personally.
You just okay.
I know some girls personally who have absolutely fucked teachers. And I know one chick who's like, I just have always liked older dudes. And I was like, well, come to the right place. I'm an old man now.
Yeah.
I'm not going to reveal any names or anything like that.
Probably smart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she definitely was banging one of her high school teachers.
Yep.
You know?
Okay.
And it came up because he was in the news for something else. He was like teaching at university or something like that. And she was like, oh my God, I used to fuck that dude. I was like, what? So I don't think it traumatized her at all.
Yeah.
But do you seem to think that that's not the case, that girls would not be more injured than boys? Because you don't think boys are injured by that, by and large.
I just said there's no fucking standard. You acted like in this conversation originally that it was every boy is fine and every girl is fucking traumatized. It's
I don't think I would ever say every.
Well, but that was, believe me, we had the conversation. That was the gist of it. Was
Yeah.
that girls are this, boys are this, which like a standard. That's not the case. I mean, you think just like your example right there of a chick that was banging the fucking dude because she wanted to.
Yeah.
She's not traumatized in that situation. They're not all manipulated. They're not all fucking victims. Some of them are just whores. Some of them just like older
Fair.
dick. There's a lot that just like older dick.
Yeah.
It doesn't make them victims.
Yeah,
And this
no, I agree.
16-year-old who said she loved him.
Yeah. But a 16-year-old saying she loves someone, doesn't mean much either, does it?
So is she a victim?
I don't know. I don't know anything about her. Maybe she is, maybe she isn't.
Okay.
What I am saying is if it was a 16-year-old boy
Then he was guaranteed
banging,
not.
he was guaranteed not.
Okay.
That's just my opinion.
Right.
I'm sure there's some soft boy out there who's devastated by something like that. I don't know. I'm sure he exists. I'm not going to say it's 100% either way.
Okay.
But I think you're right. I think there are plenty of girls who would not be traumatized by that.
Yeah.
It would be just fine.
Yeah, there are some that are manipulated into these situations, of course.
Yeah.
But there's a lot that go into it very, very willingly.
Yeah. Yeah. John Stamos, by the way, was sexually abused. Did you know that?
Was he?
Yep.
By,
He's got a fucked up belly button, too.
okay.
Yeah.
That's a weird stat, but all right.
Yeah. I saw him on,
Who got him? Couillet?
what?
Who got him?
Couillet?
Yeah.
No.
It wasn't on the set?
No. No, I thought you were talking about the belly button. I saw mean tweets. Remember the mean tweets that Kimmel used to do
Yeah.
with celebrities? And
Those are great, by the way.
They are.
That really is a
And
good bit.
he was on one of them, and someone was like, And so he's reading the mean tweet. And it's like, John Stamos has a fucked up belly button. And he's like, he lifts it up. He's like, yeah, I guess I do. And it's fucked up.
Okay.
Yeah. So at least he's not perfect.
Yeah.
John Stamos is 60. The guy looks great.
Sure.
Anyways, he said he was sexually abused by a former babysitter. Just like me.
Yeah.
I went through this, you know.
Yeah.
And it only came back to him that this happened while he was writing his upcoming memoir. If you would have told me, which comes out the 24th of October, I believe that's next week. I remembered it slightly. It had always been there, but I packed it away as people do, right? Well, it was always in the back of his head. He previously chalked the alleged incident up to girls, man, and didn't tell anybody about it. I don't know what that means. Chalked it up to girls, comma, man.
Yeah. It's, girls, dude. That's what they do shit like that.
Really?
I guess. I mean,
it happened to me and John Stamos.
Yeah, sure.
John Stamos and I have a huge connection. Mm-hmm. Both fucked around with our babysitters. Mm-hmm. Both banged Amy Hayes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean,
there you go, your Eskimo brothers.
Yeah, exactly. It was like you're playing dead so they'll stop, but it wasn't totally aggressive. I don't know. It was not good. I was probably like 10 or 11 at the time. I shouldn't have had to deal with those feelings. I was 10 or 11 at the time, too. Mm-hmm. And I got titty under the bra.
Okay.
That's what I remember. Nice. She chased me around, and the only way I would kiss her, she wanted to kiss. She was like 16. The only way I would let her kiss because we were under the blankets is if I got titty under the bra, which I thought was it's a
good move.
Pretty solid.
Yeah.
Like for me, my haggling skills at 10 were non-existent, but I was able to get under the titty bra.
Yeah, it's good negotiation.
Yeah, it's not bad, right, for a 10-year-old?
Not bad.
Not bad at all. I mean, I probably could have gotten anything I wanted.
Probably, maybe.
But
she wanted to make out.
Yeah, at 10 to go, I'm going under the bra to get a hold of that titty.
Nice.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
Some people say that scars me and I don't even realize it, which is why I'm so flippant about sex all the time.
Maybe.
You know?
Yeah.
So that maybe I'm like mentally fucked up and that's why I've never been married.
There you go.
Never had kids.
There you go. You just shot your own fucking case.
I know. Someone said that to me. A listener said that to me and I was like, oh, wow. Never thought about that. Maybe I'm all fucked up because of that.
Maybe.
Who knows? Mm-hmm. The girl that did it, by the way, her name was Cox.
Okay.
Not her first name.
No, good. That would be weird.
Yeah. Seemed kind of fitting, Yeah, anyways. So John Stamos. I mean, the shit we have in common just keeps coming out. Both play drums.
Oh, yeah. You guys could be twins.
Yeah. We've both met Bob Saget and Dave Coulier.
Holy shit.
Yeah. I mean,
wow.
It's scary.
The list goes on and on.
It's scary.
Yeah.
Yeah. Britney Spears.
Uh-huh.
I wonder if people feel bad about the conservatorship stuff.
Right? Yeah, after all of the free Britney, the fucking dad's like, I fucking told you!
Bad shit.
Right? Nobody wanted to listen to me. I was the asshole.
I hated that story from the jump. Mm-hmm. Like, how do you take arguably the most famous woman on planet Earth and lock her into a conservatorship where they stuck shit in her vagine so she couldn't get knocked up? Mm-hmm. Right?
Yeah.
They had that kind of control. Her finances, everything. What had to have been going on that you have no idea about that made them go, yeah, this bitch is going to be dead in a week.
They acted like it was the family that was crazy.
Right.
Like they were the glue that held her together.
Right. And ever since that conservatorship ended, and largely because of the Free Britney movement that went on everywhere, she has lived up to like, yeah, that broad needs to be in a conservatorship.
Yep.
Big time ever since. It doesn't take a genius to look at it. Here's the reality.
Maybe this will save them going forward. So now if this ever were to come up again, we're going to be like, okay, here's the deal. You're going to be on no conservative probation.
Yeah.
Probation.
Okay.
If you can keep your shit together for the next 3 years, we'll let you go.
But do they lock up her vagine while she's on the probationary period?
I don't know. I mean, I'm just saying. But as far as
trying to get some ground rules
I'm
here.
just saying that you can reel this back in. If you fucking lose your mind and you start going full Britney, it goes right back in place.
So what if she's juggling knives on camera in a thong?
Whatever. Sure. All of it.
Here's the reality with Britney Spears. If Britney
I knew at the fucking minute I saw the picture The bald picture with that, because when you see fucking crazy you
talking
know
about when
crazy.
she shaved her head?
Yes, and the look in her eyes in that picture, that's batshit fucking crazy.
Yeah,
you can chalk it up to be situational, like I just was in that moment. No. You can see into the soul.
Yeah,
in those fucking eyes, and that's batshit.
There's something about being a young star being chased by paparazzi literally everywhere you go that's infuriating. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like seeing Justin Bieber or Britney Spears, that would suck. That would absolutely suck. It would drive you mad. You'd want to beat the shit out of them. Mm-hmm. They're egging you on literally every time you step out of your house.
Yeah.
They're insane people. And the fact that they're allowed to keep doing that and fucking with these people is just madness. Mm-hmm. But the truth about Britney Spears is she could literally book a world tour tomorrow that earned $1 billion. Yep. She could do anything that Taylor Swift is doing. If she booked a show, she would get minimum $500 a ticket, and every arena in the world would be sold out. Mm-hmm. That's the reality. So seeing her on fucking Instagram dancing in a skimpy outfit with knives just seems absolutely insane to me. Mm-hmm. You know, like this broad doesn't need to be doing that. This is not Tara Reid or some fucking D-list celebrity that was hot for 5 minutes in the 90s in a movie, and or Tori Spelling.
That one.
Yeah.
I mean, that when you see crazy,
you know
it.
You know it when you see it.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Right? And I can't believe everybody thinks that that's hot.
That is not hot.
No. I mean, that's crazy. That shit.
Yeah. She's got a book coming out, The Woman in Me, a memoir.
Okay, great.
So she talks about how she felt being under the conservatorship, plus gave more insight into her public breakdowns. She said she felt like a robot under that conservatorship managed by her father, Jamie. I became a robot, but not just a robot, a sort of child robot. I had been so infantilized that I was losing pieces of what made me feel like myself. The conservatorship stripped me of my womanhood, made me into a child. I became more of an entity than a person on stage. I had always felt music in my bones and my blood. They stole that from me. This is what's hard to explain, how quickly I could vacillate between being a little girl and being a teen and being a woman because of the way they robbed me of my freedom. There was no way to behave like an adult since they wouldn't treat me like an adult. So I would regress and act like a little girl, but then my adult self would step back in, only my world didn't allow me to be an adult. The woman in me was pushed down for a long time. They wanted me to be wild on stage the way they told me to be, and to be a robot the rest of the time. I felt like I was being deprived of those good secrets of life, those fundamental supposed sins of indulgence and adventures that make us human. They wanted to take that specialness and keep everything as rote as possible. It was death to my creativity as an artist. She also discussed the incident when she shaved her head. I'd been eyeballed so much growing up. I'd been locked up and down, had people telling me what they thought of my body since I was a teenager. Shaving my head was acting out. Acting out were my ways of pushing back. There's probably some truth to that.
Oh, I get it. I understand that. And the shaving the head is not the crazy part of it.
Right.
I'm talking about looking into her soul there and going,
yeah.
Crazy.
So we'll probably never know the full story, and getting Britney's side of the story.
Right.
Like, dude, she was the biggest artist on planet Earth when that conservatorship came down. Mm-hmm. And it sounds like there's probably, I hated the Free Britney movement because it was like, oh, you know better than the courts and the family.
Of course. You don't know anything.
You don't know shit. I know you like,
it's the lunacy of it.
Baby.
The lunacy of it. That these people even have a fucking opinion.
Yeah.
Morons.
And, these garbage people that are just fans showing up at courthouses demanding you free Britney.
Yeah.
And then what? Who loses if Britney goes off the fucking reservation and
There's
kills
nothing to
herself?
do with you. Yep.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, wow.
Oh, I won't get to see that tour. Oh.
Yeah, I know we've destroyed this woman. She's broken as shit. You can tell she's broken as shit.
Yeah.
I feel bad for her.
I do too. But I mean, that's fine. Somebody needs to protect her from her.
Yeah.
On some level.
And they thought that's what Sam was going to do, who fucking finally left. Her kids don't want anything to do with her at all. They don't even want to see her. Think about Kevin Federline. Got full custody of those kids.
Yeah, exactly.
They took visitation away from her. Yeah. Like, the kids are like, Kevin Federline.
But nobody gives a shit about that. It was just poor Brittany.
Yeah.
What do you mean, poor Brittany?
Yeah.
How did she get here?
Idea.
Right? There's a reason they're in this position now.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that it's automatic, but it doesn't take a whole lot to really look into this and figure out what the fuck was going on. Like, this chick's not right.
And we've seen.
But listen, I'm all for it. She's still fucking running around half naked.
Yeah,
cool.
sure.
Yeah,
sure. I mean,
from the neck down, strong.
Yeah, the gawker in me has no problem with it. Is it healthy? Probably not. I just look. We've seen celebrities act out and be crazy forever. Yep. As human beings, we are not supposed to get that kind of attention and wealth, and it's abnormal. And so people freak out and they don't know how to react. Superstardom is something that none of us will fully understand. We'll never live it and understand
There's no concept of real life.
No.
I mean, not even a little of what the real world is like.
Yeah.
From somebody like that's had it from such a young age.
Yeah. It's a mouseketeer.
No concept of reality.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's a sad thing. My guess is we'll never see like that poor girl. Like, she's just going to grow older.
Yeah.
She's in her 40s now.
She's going to be like Madonna.
Yeah. Yeah. Or worse,
Maybe.
I mean, who knows? But it's not going anywhere good. I guess in this
How
book
old is she
also.
now?
Who?
Brittany.
41, I think.
41.
Yeah. So I in this book that's coming out, which will probably sell millions and millions of copies and make shit tons of money. But I think she says that Timberlake knocked her up and she had an abortion. So she aborted a Timberlake baby. So he's apparently worried about what she's going to say in there too.
Yeah, well, whatever at this point.
Yeah. What is he? He's got Alba, right? Or not Jessica Alba. Jessica something. Beal,
yeah.
Is that who?
Are they still together?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. I like Timberlake too.
Yeah. She's not my favorite Jessica.
No.
I'm Team
Alba's
Alba.
up there.
Yeah,
Alba's,
I like Alba. She holding it together?
Yeah. Right. Oh, yeah. Yeah,
You never know. They fall out of the spotlight a little bit. You never know where they go.
Yeah. Big fan of Jessica.
Yeah,
Alba.
strong.
Big fan.
Although I'm Beal over Simpson.
Yeah. Probably.
What other Jessicas are there?
Tandy? Jessica Tandy, is that a name?
I don't know. Sounds familiar. What the hell is that one? There's not many
Not
Jessicas,
a ton of Jessicas out there.
Yeah, really. It's a shallow pool, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
we'll circle back to that.
yeah, we will. I'm sure people can write us. Walters at DetroitCast.com. Let us know. RadioFor1.com is where you need to go, too. That's where you can buy merch. Holidays are right around the corner. Get your T-shirts, get your sweatshirts. There's some really cool shit in there. Hats, winter beanies. It's also a link to our Amazon and Amazon Canada for our favorite neighbors to the north. Just go to radiofor1.com, click on those Amazon links, shop like you always do. And I know you sons of bitches are all shopping at Amazon. I know it. So please help us out. Also, MyPillow, mypillow.com, mystore.com. Check out what they've got. Just use promo code TDC when you're checking out. They do really well by us. They give us a percentage that even Mike Lindell's team is like, I don't know what you said to him or why he gives you this much. So it really is a good way to help us out. We really appreciate it. Also, a link to our Patreon page. Absolute best way to support this show and help us out.
Jessica Tandy is is on the list.
Okay.
But it is a shallow list.
Really?
I mean, Jessica Simpson.
Wow, we stumbled into that.
Jessica Biel, Jessica Simpson, Jessica Alba. Jessica Lange,
okay,
which was there.
Older? Is Jessica Lange
Jessica
older?
Lange, yeah. She's, old blonde.
Yeah.
And then that's it.
Really?
I'm
So we hit all the main Jessicas?
They had to go so deep to put Sarah Jessica Parker onto this list.
That doesn't count. That's a Sarah.
Exactly.
So I was right with Tandy?
Yeah, with Jessica
Holy
Tandy.
I don't even know why that name
Jessica
came
Alice
to me.
Tandy was an English actress.
Pull her up. Let me see a picture.
She's 100, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
oh my God! Look at all those other Jessicas down there. I don't recognize any
None
of them.
That's what I'm saying. Look at dude. That's it. We nailed them. Simpson, Beal, fucking Alba. Bang. Not in that order. Lang.
Chastain.
That's it. You find one in there, you know. I get you. Tandy was a good pull.
Who's Jessica Nigri?
Oh, geez. Easy,
Ma
bro.
Nigri.
Yeah.
There's big boy outside.
Hey, the Bogue.
Look at the boy.
All right.
All right, you want to do an Ask T-Roy?
Yeah, because T-Roy today is brought to you by your insurance expert. Are you paying too much for health insurance? Are you uninsured? Health insurance can be confusing. Nick Matthews from Your Insurance Expert is an expert in health insurance, life insurance, and Medicare supplements, so you don't have to be. Call Nick Matthews at 248-914-1173. That's 248-914-1173.
Hold on, let's see.
Yeah. Oh, I should have let him in. There they go. And they're off.
They're off.
Doing laps.
One of my
Perfect.
favorite parts of the day.
Indeed.
All right, T-Roy, you ready?
Sure. Let's do this.
Dear T-Roy,
Yep.
I'm an older woman. Okay, that's good for
Cougar.
today.
All right.
Should we get some emails?
Shut it down.
I'm just kidding. Older women are great. I'm an older woman. My husband and I have been married 8 years, but we're together 15 years prior to our marriage. He's a wonderful, caring man.
Yeah.
In most ways.
But
However,
these bitches, I swear to God, he's perfect in every way except
Yeah.
he snores like a bear.
he
How can I
sucks.
stop
I
this?
hate him. But from time to time, he snaps extremely unflattering photos of me. Sends them to everyone we know, and even orders enlargements made for me.
Oh, that's funny.
I love this guy.
That's fucking
I
hysterical.
absolutely adore this guy.
Yeah.
Why do you have unflattering pictures that are
Yeah.
always being taken of me?
Well, you know, everybody's got their angles.
Yeah. I have a mouth condition that makes smiling painful.
Oh.
Ooh, if smiling's painful, that means everything's out, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. Smiling's painful.
Yeah.
Yeah, no fucking BJs for this guy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, she's got to get that fixed.
Yeah, or maybe not. Maybe I mean, you don't want anybody smiling while they're going down on you?
Yeah, but if just going like this makes your fucking mouth explode in pain, imagine going and gagging on one. Like that's
Yeah.
unless that's just she just says that 'cause she hates doing it.
Maybe
she could be one of those
got that
psychos.
resting bitch face.
Yeah.
I can't smile. It hurts.
Yeah, I got a mouth condition. It stinks, but it hurts. So, unless I know a picture is being taken, I look really old and grumpy. Well, you said you're an older woman.
Yeah.
I have asked him, please, not to do this because it's humiliating when he sends them out to friends and family members. I think it's unkind and disrespectful, and I've told him so, yet he persists. I'm to the point that this has become a deal breaker in our marriage, and he knows it. He claims he loves me and is proud of me. And yes, we have been to counseling about our relationship in general because of the many times he has humiliated me in public. But he won't stop. How can I handle this going forward? Humiliated and hurting. Looking for help, man.
Fuck her. This is stupid.
What? Should she just lighten up? I mean, if you look
listen,
like, dude,
okay,
that does
I
suck.
know.
If someone snaps a picture, you look like shit. It's
Listen,
like,
Hat and I went on that trip a couple weeks ago, and amazing. There's so many pictures of us. We look fantastic, and the one that I love the most is when we went up on top
She
of
looks
that copper
goofy.
peak. And she was terrified, right? She's
Yeah.
scared of heights. She's
Yeah.
adorable. She's sweet. She's scared of heights.
Yeah.
And so we first got out onto that thing, and she is clinging onto the rail for life, like terrified.
Yeah.
I'm like, babe, take a picture. She's like, fuck off. I'm like, babe, come on, take a picture. She's like, fuck off. So I just stuck the camera down like underneath her, and she's
Love
just like this, and I'm behind her just cracking up, right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. I get it.
Right? And she looks terrible in that picture. Not terrible. She's beautiful, but it's a very unflattering,
judge. I
very
wanna see this.
unflattering picture. Is my point.
She
But
looks scared.
That's the picture I love showing. Like,
I want to see it. How come I haven't seen this picture?
I don't know.
That's hilarious.
I didn't post it, but
Dude, if you get me at the right angle, like
Yeah.
if you upshot me, and I can look literally like Brendan Fraser in the Whale. You know, just horrific. And I get it that you wouldn't want that out there.
Yep.
I don't have a mouth condition that makes smiling hurt. That would suck. So I don't know. I guess you got to get divorced. What else can I say?
yeah, I think that's it. I think those are your only choices,
Yeah.
right? I'll show you when we get up.
Okay. Team. I'm team. So I said I'm team Israel.
Yeah.
You know, I said that.
Sure.
Look, it's simple as that. I'm team get your foreigner hands out of my pocket, you grifting pieces of shit.
Thank you, James.
For the record.
Yeah.
He's not wrong.
No.
Julia Louis-Dreyfus. Her daddy is multi-times over billionaire. She's never wanted or needed for money. Is that true?
Richard Dreyfuss.
Is that her dad?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
I'm assuming, maybe. No.
I wasn't thinking that.
What? Dreyfuss. I assumed it was.
Look up who her daddy is. Julia
I
Louis-Dreyfus.
worked a Google machine.
And that could be her uncle. I don't think of Richard Dreyfuss as a multi-billionaire, though.
No. Let's see. Dad, bang. Oh, no. Gerard Louis Dreyfus.
Okay.
Born
Sounds
in New York
like
City,
royalty.
the daughter of French billionaire Julia Louis Dreyfus was born in New York City, the daughter of French billionaire Gerard Louis Dreyfus.
Okay.
And broke into comedy as a performer with the Practical Theater Company in Chicago.
There you go.
Oh, I thought it was Richard Dreyfuss's kid.
Nope.
What are you going to do?
You were pretty certain, too. Homo signs.
Okay.
What are homo signs?
Signs of being a homo or like slow down, homos ahead signs?
Yeah, God
What are you
hates
talking about?
fags, those things.
Yeah.
No, I think this is relating to the signs that you've seen on the streets that you're like, they all look the same handwriting. Someone's
maybe.
passing those out.
Okay, sure.
All Soros funded. The signs, the bricks, all over it. You're all over it.
Yeah.
Wouldn't shock me.
Yeah.
Maybe that's true. Maybe that's not true.
We'll see.
It's just an email.
No.
I have no idea.
No, but I'm sensing a pattern.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Okay. Anyway, all right, we'll leave it there.
Okay.
Send us your emails. Walters@DetroitCast.com. We certainly appreciate it. We'll be back tomorrow with an all-new episode. Hopefully you'll all join us then.